guys, I'm Paulina. I spent 3 days without my phone and it's completely changed my life. And today we are gonna talk about the influence of social media. Woo! So in December 2025, I went to a retreat in Thailand and I spent 3 days without the phone and I didn't use my phone, I didn't talk, and I was walking barefoot. And it's completely changed my life. I have never felt so calm and so in touch with myself as in those 3 days. I actually have a video about me experiencing that. I will put it somewhere here. You can watch it if you want to. I used my phone at the time only for the alarms. So my screen time was 2 minutes. 2 minutes! Can you imagine? I could say that this changed my life because I do not use my phone as I used to. I remember that actually I have this pattern that I hide into series and into social media if things are bad at home, because I was living in toxic household. I got rid of this habit, but still my screen time was 16 hours a day. Sometimes it's too much, it's a lot. And I remember how I felt, and I remember that I was not the creator of my life. I was just looking for that quick dopamine from TikTok. I couldn't just be without my phone. I was waking up, I was taking my phone the first thing in the morning, and the last thing of the day was also my phone. And my phone and social media was not the part of my life. My life was part of social media, because if I'm starting the day with it and I'm finishing the day with it, that's becoming my life. And constant comparing myself to others, feeling like I'm stuck and feeling dizzy in my head. That's all that I've been through, and I know what you're feeling, but I've changed it and I feel so much better. That's exactly the reason why I'm recording this video right now. If I was still on my phone 24/7, I would not be recording this. I would not create, I would consume other people's videos. But what I'm doing now, how that retreat changed my life. It was really hard for me after that retreat to come back to the phone. I was trying not to listen to music so much. I was like, oh my god, it's not possible, because I always listen to music, and I had like 16-hour bus ride and 10-hour bus ride in front of me in 2 days. And I was like, how am I gonna do that without music, without YouTube, social media? But I didn't put on my headphones and everything was okay. I didn't die, and I didn't even want to listen to music because after 3 days of silence, it was too much for me. And it was easy not to use my phone in Thailand because I always had something to do. I had a lot of friends. I was living in hostel. I could just walk down, and I didn't want to spend time in my room, so I just walked down and I talked to people all the time, or like I went to the beach. But when I came back to real life, it became harder. Of course, it's harder because we have more problems here. I lived like a dream life there. Of course, I had my bad days, but it wasn't the real life we are used to. That's why I stopped using TikTok. I do not use TikTok for 5 months. 5 months! Can you hear? 5 months! I recently, when I was writing the plan for this video, I counted that I didn't use TikTok for 5 months. It killed me. I didn't even notice. Luckily for me, it was before I had these withdrawals from TikTok when I was deleting it for some time because I had my exams, or I wanted to like do a cleanse from social media. It was hard, but in Thailand it was easy because my life became more interesting than TikTok. If I'm gonna go to TikTok now, and if I'm gonna spend there 10 minutes, I'm gonna fall back into this habit. I know it. So I have TikTok. I do not go there. I deleted it from my home screen. and I go there only if someone sends me a link to a video or if I want to post my video, but I do not scroll. Yes, I'm not that saint. I sometimes, especially when I'm in a bad mood, I fall back into this habit and I could scroll Instagram. But it's easier for me to stop scrolling Instagram. I do not have screen time more than 1 hour in Instagram, and it is a lot. Like, I had less. It's now I have a little bit more. But for me, I would say the problem for me that I can compare to TikTok is threads. Because if I go on threads, I can spend there 30 minutes and I do not notice. I do not notice where the time went. So I'm trying not to go there, and I'm achieving the goal. Like, it's working. I almost don't use threads. Only because Instagram shows me the interesting threads because they want me to go on threads, and I'm holding myself not to press this button because I know that it's hard for me to close threads. But threads is better than TikTok because I'm getting tired of threads, like 30 minutes, and I'm tired. On TikTok, I could spend 4 hours easily. Then I do a break and I spend 4 hours more. TikTok is a fucking evil. I'm telling you. There is a phrase I heard recently. Your attention is what they're fighting for. Again, your attention is what they are fighting for. Not only social media. Think about it. The same thing was why it's easier to control people who do not have basic things covered, like food, accommodation, who are struggling and surviving, because their attention is on the surviving. If everything in your life is okay, it's easier for you to put your attention to something else, to a problem that is in the world. Your attention is your power. Where you send your attention, there is your goals, dreams, there is you creating your life. Think about it. What my day looks like right now. I wake up, I have a shelf there on the wardrobe. I put my phone in the evening, I turn off the internet, and I put my phone on the highest shelf. I hope so. So when I see it, I will not want to use it. I wake up. Of course, at first it will be hard for you to start doing this, but give yourself 3 days and it's gonna be much easier. I wake up, I do not use my phone. I do not use my phone. Like, I wake up, I can lie a little bit, think about something, think about the day. I stand up, I go wash my face, then I drink a cup of water. I go on the balcony to like feel the sun a little bit, feel the fresh air. Then I do my morning stretching or like physical exercise. Then right now I do EFT tapping. Then I go have breakfast. And only after that I can go on social media and see if someone texted me. I try not to spend there a lot of time. I try to just see what someone texted me. I just try to answer and I try to turn off my phone. Because after my morning routine, I feel really good. And when I go on my phone, I waste it. I not have that great mood and that like inspiration to do stuff. Of course, I use my laptop during the day, but usually I'm editing something or I'm preparing for my driver's license test. Of course, sometimes I watch YouTube. I try not to watch series because I really feel not inspired after. But if I'm watching YouTube, I'm watching like vlogs of other people or stuff that I like. So it's easier for me to stop watching YouTube and I don't feel uninspired after. So my screen time on my laptop is still high, but I'm not brain rotting. I'm doing something useful for me, and the most important thing, I feel great after this. So I'm trying not to use my phone, really, I'm trying. And before sleeping, I'm trying to bring back my evening routine. So I'm trying to turn everything off at 9 p.m. I'm going to the shower. Before shower, I put my phone on that shelf. I come back and I read for an hour. So I'm trying not to use my phone an hour before sleeping. And I will tell you 10 things that happened to me after I stopped using social media so much. The first thing and the most important thing is that I started to feel more calm, more peaceful, and just good being by myself. Tonight, I woke up at 1 a.m. For some reason, I couldn't go back to sleep, and I just sat. I opened the window and I just sat. And in 5 minutes, I realized that if my phone would have been somewhere close to me, not on that shelf, or if I didn't have this habit to not use my phone every second, I would be on my phone at the time. But now I just sat and I was with myself. At first, it might seem hard. I know. I thought I would die on that retreat. I didn't let go of my phone the whole morning before that retreat. But as soon as I started, it felt so easy. I couldn't even think that it would be so easy. So now I enjoy being with myself more. I feel more calm, more peaceful overall. My brain does not look for this dopamine all the time, for the quick dopamine. I know that there is no such a thing as TikTok that will give me quick dopamine, and that's why my brain is thinking of the ways to entertain myself, and usually it's creating or reading. I started to read more. I started to go outside every time. Before, to go outside without my headphones and without my music would be impossible. I still go outside with my headphones and with the music, but recently I went outside and on my way back I noticed that I didn't take my headphones. I was just walking in silence and I didn't even notice it. It was a big thing for me. Also, my mood feels more stable because I don't have those bunch of videos that change my mood every 3 seconds on TikTok or on Instagram. I feel more stable. My mood feels more stable. I feel more present. I feel better. But that's actually because of my morning routine also. But if I do my morning routine and then I go on my phone, I feel bad instantly. Instantly. It takes me 15 minutes and I feel bad. That's what is coming out of the fact that I'm spending more time with myself, is that I hear myself. I hear my thoughts, I hear my desires, I hear myself better. Of course, I'm falling into this habit more when I'm in a bad mood, but I'm trying to see that and I'm trying to let go of my phone and not to be on social media. That's why I started to face my emotions more. I let myself be sad. I let myself feel whatever I feel. And I do not punish myself for that. And I'm trying to be with that emotion. That's why even when I'm sad, I feel calm, I feel good. Like not good in the way that I feel happy, but in the way that I feel comfortable with this feeling. I know that it's given to me for something. I do my art or I journal. I'm not trying to hide from these emotions in my phone. 555, I don't say that. And that's why I became more happy overall. I became more stable. This is a big thing. It may sound like it's not a big thing, but it's a basic thing that affects all your life, all other aspects of your life. Second thing, I stopped comparing myself with others and thinking that I'm not enough. Even now, when I go on social media and I go and watch other people's stories, I instantly notice that I start to feel bad because everything, the picture of other people's stories, it's so beautiful, like everything is great in other people's life and you're like, oh my god, this person travels all the time or like has everything figured out as we think. And I'm like, but what is with me? Why am I here? Like, why my life looks like this? After I stopped consuming other people's Instagram stories or TikTok so much, I stopped comparing myself. Now I compare myself only to me, and I only hear what I wanna do, and I hear myself like, and I started to hear that I want to be here, even if this chapter of my life doesn't look ideal or perfect. I wouldn't be anywhere else. That's a big thing. That's a big thing. That's why I started to think of my goals and of my state more. I started to act on my goals and on my dreams. Because I hear myself. I have time for this. I have time for this. This is a third thing. Now I have a lot more time. That's why I started to create more than to consume. That's why I'm recording this video right now. And honestly, being a creator is such a big change in your life. I feel like a main character. Like, I just feel more fulfilled. I feel like I'm on the right path because I'm creating and not consuming that much. I feel like, oh, I don't know, I'm so creative, and I feel really happy that I started to create. I started to be the main character in my life. Of course, I'm still consuming other people's content, but I'm trying to create more, and that's actually, I heard this phrase a lot of times before, but it's really changing my life. It's really changing my life. I feel so much better. I wake up and I'm like, oh my god, I want to record this video. The idea of that video came to me yesterday, and I couldn't sleep because I wanted to record it really fast, like today. And here I am the next day and I'm recording it. Like, the moment that idea came to me, I wrote everything down. I still have doubts, and I might doubt what I say, because for me it's my words and it's like basic, normal, it's nothing special in this, because it's me it's my thoughts. I'm used to my thoughts. But for you don't know how my thought process is going. And maybe, I'm not saying that, but maybe in this field I have more experience than you do. Maybe you have more experience in another field than I do. I really hope it will be helpful for you. And also, I talk a lot, so when I will edit this, I will be like, oh my god, girl, you said so many things that were unnecessary. But I'm just trying to fight with it, this inner critic. All of us have this inside of us. I'm trying to create and not to listen to it. And the more I create, the more people tell me that what I create is great, the less I hear this critic inside of me. Also, I'm stressed because I might do mistakes, but I just accepted it. Yes, I might do mistakes, okay, yes. It's not my first language. Just, my god. Inner Polina, just let it go. So, because now I have more time, because I'm not watching series constantly, I'm not using my phone all the time, I started to spend more time on my creative projects. I started to spend more time editing my videos for YouTube. As you can see, I do a lot of things. I started to draw, and also it's really hard for me to draw because my art school blocked my creative self, but I'm working on it. I can see the vision. If you do not, I have more time for myself. I have more time for creating because I'm consuming less. And it changed life. It might sound really easy and like it's something that everyone talks about, but it really changes your life. Yesterday I saw that's what made me do this video. I saw a girl that tried not to use social media for a week, and it was really hard for her, but on the third day she was like, oh my god, I feel so great. I do not want to use my phone the first thing in the morning anymore. I feel so great. And I'm like, oh my god, yeah, me too. Like, I just wanted to share my experience with you, because 3 days without the phone on that retreat, it was life-changing. I felt so peaceful. I would recommend you do it, but you can do it only, I think you can do it only in specific circumstances, because it would be hard to do it in our real lives, because we have a lot of stuff to do. We need to go to the store, buy stuff. You can still do it silent, but without social media, but it's easier to do on the retreats because nothing is on the way. I do not know what number it is, but let it be 5. 5. The time does not run away anymore. Can you imagine? The day has 24 hours. And when you stop using your phone all the time, when you stop using social media all the time, or like you don't go on social media constantly throughout the day, you have more time. You really do have more time. You stop stressing because you do not stress that you don't have time, because you do not go on your phone on breaks. And usually what happens, we have a break, we go on our phone and we do not notice how 30 minutes go by. But when you do not use your social media and your phone so much, you have so much time. That's why I started to do creative projects more. Of course, as I said, I'm not saying I still go on my phone, but I'm trying not to do it as much as I did, and I'm trying to do way less. I do not know if I showed you what my screen time looks like right now. I will show you. It's not perfect. I have space to get better. The perfect scenario for me is that I just check what people texted me, and I spend on my phone not more than an hour a day. It's perfect. I think right now I can spend 1-2 hours, yeah, but sometimes more. But when I spend more, I look at the apps that I use throughout the day, and usually it's like 1 hour in the gallery, because I recorded the video and I rewatched it, or like I transferred the videos, so I do not count it. But anyway, it's better to see 1 hour in your screen time than 3 or 4. Yeah, I think I said it also. Let it be the 6. I started to go outside more, because before I could not go outside, and now I'm trying to go outside and to walk at least like 20 minutes a day. Of course, I'm not perfect with this also. I was going out every day since I came back. It's been a month, but past 2 days, I did not go outside because the weather is really bad, and because I'm lazy. I was going outside, it was a bad weather. It's just me trying to find excuse. And the other thing is that I do not feel dizzy anymore. After 4 hours in TikTok, you stand up and you're like, where am I? Like, you just do not feel great the whole day after that, because you gave your energy, you gave your attention to social media, and you do not have energy for anything else. And you just want to continue being on social media because you know that it will make you feel better constantly. We all want the quick solution. We do not want to sit and journal for 30 minutes to feel better. We just want to hide. That is our nature. But we can fight it. 7, I think I also told you, this video is a mess. Sorry, it's not that the structure is not perfect. I started a lot of new projects, as I said. I started reading, I started drawing. Yes, I started to prepare for driver's license exam. It just happened randomly. I wanted to do this for a long time, but one day I was sitting, because I didn't sit on social media, and I was like, what if I will go on that site and see if I can learn by myself? And I could. And I spent 17 days straight preparing for my driver's license test. Here is the checklist. Right now I have a pause because I'm really tired. But yeah, like I'm 30% way through with learning, with preparing, and I'm doing it also for my dream, because I want to travel in caravan, and also I want to be able to drive. Like, I really like driving. So yeah, I wouldn't do that if I was still on social media, because social media is much more interesting than fucking preparing for a driver's license test. It's not easy for some days, yeah. I would say what I will say next, it's similar to what I said before, so we can like combine them. But let it be the number 8, is that I have more ideas, because I'm not consuming. I'm letting my brain to just be without distractions, and I have more ideas. And because I'm implementing them, that's why I have even more ideas. And I do not have ideas when I watch series, okay? Because sometimes I still do when I'm tired. For example, yesterday, I felt like I'm so fucking tired of editing every day because I do not have a day off and preparing for my driver's license test, that I decided that I just want to rest. And I watched two episodes, and I felt like I don't want to do anything anymore. And I just reminded myself that it's really bad and it's better not to do this. Only if I'm tired and like in the evening when I don't have a lot of time, I can watch one episode, but not more. Because before I could watch episodes, I watch series for days. Like I was trying not to watch them earlier than 8 p.m. and then I was watching them until 10, 11, 12, and I felt bad. So I do not do it anymore, and I'm really happy because my life became more interesting and I do more, I create more. Number 9, I became more productive because I know that there is no quick dopamine that I can get from my phone. So I'm just doing other things. Yes, I'm still listening to music, but I feel great after listening to music, you know, there is a difference. And yeah, I'm doing more things. I still need to deal with this shelf because it's a mess. But as soon as I will feel like I will definitely do it. I combined some of them, so I do not have number 10 for you, but I said a lot of things that have changed. So I think there are more than 10. I will say more things that I'm still trying to do because it's still, my relationship with my phone are still not ideal. It's much better than it was before, but it's still not ideal. I'm trying to go outside without my phone more, like to go for a walk without my phone. Because I remember when I was at the retreat, I felt amazing walking around without my phone, and I didn't know what time was it, but my brain somehow knew, because our bodies know. We just need to control everything, right? My life became more interesting without quick dopamine. Now, things like reading, editing, like implementing my ideas, fulfilling my ideas, it's more interesting for me than sitting on TikTok because I'm so not used to this. I opened it today because someone sent me a link and I'm like, it's so boring for me now because my brain's just not used to it anymore. 5 months without TikTok? It's crazy! I didn't even notice. A really important thing, we can count it as a 10. I do not hold the phone in my hand anymore. Like before, when I was constantly on my phone was always with me. It was always in my hand. It was always with me whenever I go, even around the apartment. But now, because I do not really use it, I do not even know where it is. Like, also when I'm outside, I'm trying not to hold it in my hand because, I don't know, it's kind of, I understood it. I don't want this for me. I don't want to have something in my head, and all times it's strange. Like, I think humans are not supposed to do that. So I'm trying to put it in my purse, and I'm trying to just walk around and not to hold it all the time because, like, it's addiction. When you're stressed, when your phone is not in your hand, and I had it. Now I'm not. Of course, I'm checking if it's still in my bag. Because at first it was really weird. I thought that I left it somewhere, but I feel more free when I'm not holding my phone in my hand all the time. Also, like sometimes someone calls me and I don't hear it because I'm like on the kitchen, my phone is in my room. So before it was not possible because my phone would have been with me. If my phone wasn't with me at all times. And I think it's a positive change for me. It's a really small change, but I'm really happy it happened. I know that it's hard to start. At first, it will feel like you just cannot do it without your phone. Your brain will want a quick dopamine. Just give yourself 2-3 days. It's gonna be better. It's gonna be better. Trust me. You're gonna feel more peaceful. Your mood will stabilize. You will just hear yourself better, you will create more, you will come back to desires that you had maybe like when you were a child, or like you will find new hobbies because you will have time. But it's really important, if you will try to do this, add more interesting things into your life. If you can, add more meetings with friends or more hobbies or more go outside more, because if you will get rid of your social media and your life will not change, it will be really hard for you. You will want to go back on your phone. So you just need to try and to bring back the hobbies, like create the routine. I don't know, think of something, because it will be really hard for you, and I'm not sure if I could have done it if I didn't add something interesting in my life. So you need to think of something that you will do in this free time. Maybe journaling, maybe yoga, meditating, drawing, playing the guitar, whatever, editing, like whatever you like. Maybe you will like start to learn a new skill. You just need to add something interesting. Trust me, your life is gonna be so much better. I feel so much better. I feel so much more peaceful, so much more calm. I just feel great being by myself. I hope this video helped you. If it is, please leave a comment. It's really important for me. I will know that this video was useful for you. Please leave a comment. I will really appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe, because I will post more videos, my vlogs and my thoughts. And we will do some experiments, I think, because I'm constantly changing something in my life. And of course, like this video. I love you. Thank you for watching this video. If you made it until the end, it means a lot to me. Thank you for listening to me. I love you. Have a good day. You got this. You got this.